remember. I'm sure you remember that hat on backwards controversy where you go into BP and people would say, "Yeah, you're disrespecting the game." And um, Ken Senior, for you, for a guy who you raised the best player in baseball. Again, same thing. Like you can't defend your son on doing the right thing all the time, but this was like a kind of a controversy. How did that
But
affect you?
they didn't know the story. The story was when he was little, he would always come in, and Sparky told the kids up front, he said, if they win games, you guys can come in the locker room. That was their biggest thing, was coming in the locker room. Pete Rose Jr., him, my son Craig, Perez kids. That was their biggest thing, is getting the opportunity to come into the locker room after a game, because if we lost, they weren't coming in. So they enjoyed that. So the situation was Junior and the kids would come in, they would go down to the cages to play. Each of them will grab their dad's glove or their hat and everything. So Junior grabbed my hat, and he's running down there, and all of a sudden he's putting the hat on like he's supposed to, with the bill out in front. And every time he went to throw the ball, it would go down over his eyes. He couldn't see. But he finally just turned it around so he can see. And that was for him to just catch and throw the ball. It was no disrespect of baseball or anything of that nature. And people took it that way because they didn't understand what happened, what he had went through when he was a young kid. I know my hat was bigger than his head. So.
He had a fro.
Yeah. So, looked like Oscar
1970, and
yes, but that's what happened. But everyone turned out to say.
You guys realize though now you would walk out now if you went to a plate appearance, everyone would turn their hat around.
Everyone would have their hat turned back.
Everyone would turn around their hat.
But that was the reason. That was the reason why he had his hat turned backward. It wasn't he was disrespecting. It was just so he can see and catch the ball. That's all.